Hello everyone, welcome to Illuminating Astrology. In this video, I want to work with planetary energies that are present now, both difficult and positive, in order to find some peace and healing amidst the difficult times. I was traveling when I returned back. Of course, I read in the news about the disturbing situations that occurred, shootings and murder. And we just had Mars square Saturn and Neptune, and many astrologers were talking about the violence that emerged. But in today's video, I want to work with the planetary energy in order to bring healing, more peace into our hearts. Because I'll share with you something personal. Before difficult events occur, I feel a lot of pain, a lot of pressure in my heart. And I usually know by that pain and pressure that something is coming. But it's hard to say sometimes if it's a personal grief or feeling the grief of the collective. I think a little bit of both. So today's topic is a little bit unusual. It's how to use planetary energy to both grieve and at the same time to heal ourselves. And I'm going to share with you a couple of charts, the chart of today's occurrences and the new moon chart. The new moon is going to occur in Sagittarius just in a few days. And so let's look at the planetary energy and get both insight and healing from it. I'll start with today's chart. In the sky that we have today, we observe a lot of water energy. This continues for a few weeks, and I talked about this in my previous videos. And this energy is about emotional healing. So this is the today's chart. First, let's connect to the water energy in it, because the moon is in Scorpio today. Today is Monday, a lunar day. And I ask the moon for assistance for me and everyone who is watching this video with our emotions. The moon is about our emotional states, and in Scorpio, it suggests strong shifts, emotional shifts from highs to lows. We may feel hopeless and despair. We may feel passionate and hope. So I ask the moon's assistance, so we accept those feelings, we accept ourselves, and we flow. Because at the same time, Jupiter is in Cancer, it suggests we need to still maintain the hope, the faith. And Saturn and Neptune are also in water in Pisces. They're coming to an end of Pisces, which shows that some of our feelings, some of our experiences are hard to process, are hard to pin down. We may not be fully aware. And so I ask for Saturn and Neptune to reveal their true meaning to us. And I ask Jupiter to give us a sense of hope. Interestingly, there is a lot of fire in the present sky. We have Mercury, Venus, and the Sun traveling in Sagittarius. So that suggests that we're in a period of trying new things, getting out of the box, being active. And the theme of being active is confirmed by Mars just having transitioned to Capricorn. Yesterday and the day before, it was squaring Saturn and Neptune, and many astrologers associated violence that occur, different shootings they associate with this difficult aspect. But now Mars have moved to Capricorn. So on a more personal level, we need to be proactive to avoid challenges, proactive with our own energy. We need to direct it constructively. We need to direct it to the good, purposeful goals. And so there is a theme of healing and grieving, theme of exploring new things, and a theme of being active and proactive. So let's take a look now at the second chart. It's the chart of upcoming new moon, because the new moon gives us ideas and both spiritual and practical messages for the upcoming couple of weeks. Here is the chart for the new moon, which will occur on December 19th, just in a few days. As always, I put location for the capital of the country to get the themes for the United States. But to a certain degree, these are the themes for the sublunar world. But specifically for the United States, the new moon, which happens at 28 degrees of Sagittarius, falls in the fifth house. So matters associated with children, offspring, speculation, sports, creativity, they are very prominent. And in spite of the losses that we had, there is much to enjoy, there is much to be engaged in. However, this configuration is squared by Saturn and Neptune in the eighth house. So we continue to have collective grief on the one hand, and on another hand, we may have financial ups and downs. For example, investments or stock market or certain currencies like crypto might fluctuate because Saturn is still squaring the planets in the fifth house. And yet, the planets are disposited by Jupiter and Cancer in the 12th house. So even though there may be slowdown in the investments and market, some worries about it, it still will be okay. The rising sign for the new moon is Leo. And so that again suggests being true to oneself, being expressive. So we continue to experience the themes of fire, which is action, activity, creativity, being true to oneself, and water, which is being in touch with the emotions, connecting with others in the world, grieving. So it's a kind of mixed energy in the chart because it suggests that we both can enjoy life as we grieve certain losses. And we do need to be active and proactive and perhaps release the energy in a somewhat physical sense. One last thing I want to mention here, we still continue and we need to, with the Jupiter in Cancer, we still want to not lose our faith. And we need quiet times to process our feelings, to seek our connection with the divine. The most easy and most accessible one is to be in nature, especially by the water. The idea is as we observe the element, we are connecting with that part of nature and we can take its quality inside. So if you're observing a peaceful lake or observing a rain, it can bring calm energy to you. So nature can be the place of healing, connecting to something that always brings us more closer to the divine energy. As to the speculation and game and sports, just to be prepared that nothing is stable, nothing is set in stone. And if you are in the process of grieving, whether we process collectively or maybe it's personal, it is the time to deal with our emotions and be with them. So these are the themes that I see in the new moon, which is going to occur in a few days. Let me know in the comments how you experience this interesting time that we're living in, and if you feel influenced by those transits and movements. Because, for example, all people with late degrees of Sagittarius or Gemini or Virgo or Pisces would feel this energy stronger. And if you're new to my channel, I very much appreciate your support. Hit the subscribe button and come back for more. My next videos will be about the solstice and the upcoming events for 2026. Thank you very much.